I think with this storm, it was fast moving. It was put together. There was certainly less time in the way of evacuation orders than there was for something like Florence. It was slow moving, and everyone was talking about rainfall was the big concern. In this case, you know, the wind speeds are going to be a big issue, huge debris, and the storm surge most definitely is the most dangerous portion of the storm.
So in terms of how you even assess the damage, it's storm surges and these very high ocean waves that could be flooding in. What do people need to know?
So right now, I would say, you know, everybody needs to be at whatever the safest, highest ground, most sound structures they can be in. There's only a number of hours left for people to get there. One of the things that, you know, I would say is that the further inland you are, you know, the more likely you're going to be able to avoid some of the most dangerous portions of the storm surge. But it's literally going to go miles inland. The coast of Florida is probably not going to look the same after this event. Some pretty significant impacts and a lot of deposit of, you know, brackish waters, you know, even soil composition. Everything will be changed after this hurricane.
Yeah, Mark, so many interesting wrinkles in this one. Very tight eye wall, not a lot of rest for those who were in the path of that storm, at least directly. If you had your choice, if you were a homeowner, we always say it's not the wind, it's the water. Would you want a slow-moving storm that dumped a lot of rain like Florence or something more like this?
You know, slow-moving storms, I think, give a better chance for preparation. So, you know, if I had a choice, I would choose more warning instead of less. You know, obviously, I think the bigger concern, you know, with a storm like this are those that, you know, felt they didn't get the type of notice that they would have wanted to get. And there really wasn't much that can be done with how quickly this thing was put together, how quickly it's strengthened, and how fast it's moving. So, you know, these things happen with the weather, but the big concern, you know, living on the coast is know in advance your evacuation routes, you know, have a kit ready to go to take with you. You know, those are the things people can do beforehand, but the only other thing I would just say is when the warning bell goes off and that you're getting the evacuation order, go as soon as you possibly can. The longer you wait, the more chance you'll face things like gas outages at gas stations and those things that'll hamper your evacuation.
You know, we weren't talking about Florence that long ago, Mark. It just strikes me that these storms appear to be coming with greater frequency and greater intensity. Does this change the economics for the insurance industry or even for the federal government under FEMA? The fact that these storms just continue to come fast and furiously toward the country? Absolutely.
I think, you know, FEMA has been engaged in, you know, an education process across the country with people about, you know, what it means to live on the coast and the increased frequency of storms as well as the increased strength of storms. You know, there are certainly a historical perspective there that they offer. I think one of the things that's also a big message is, you know, to businesses and those that, you know, operate and, you know, being prepared on their own for some supply chain logistics to be able to address that. Large corporations do it well. Small businesses in coastal communities probably need some help. But I think that's a big message that FEMA's been trying to put over the last couple of years.